Okay, so in installing this, it's a Moen. I don't remember which model it is. I'll tell you in a second. But in installing it, we happened to hook up the water was coming up on both sides, but they were backwards. So of course, when you turn the water on, you got cold. It's actually hot, and when you come around, it gets really freaking cold. So there's no real videos of how to do it. That I can find. I just found some websites that talk about it. So we're gonna try to make a video and see if it works. You gotta turn the water off for the house, and then we gotta take this handle off. Move the set screw. Okay, next thing is we've got take the guts out. Remember that it's in the up position.
There's a screw in there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's a screw. Thank you. So there's a set screw right in the center, right there. So I'm gonna remember that that is up. Just gotta unscrew it.
Yeah.
Okay. Remove that and the set screw. And take the guts out. Next step, we got to remove this cover. And right here, okay, next, the final step after removing all that, you got to remove the actual cover. Okay, let me stop. So right here, you can see the hot and cold. If you zoom in, you can see hot and cold. Hot's on the left, cold's on the right. It's actually backwards for the situation. You would also do this if your showers were back to back with each other. You ran hot lines up and your hot was over here and your cold was here. On the other side it'd be correct, but on this side it's incorrect. So what you gotta do is right here, you gotta pull this little pin up, okay? Ours is gonna be kind of tricky because it's behind the thing, so I'm gonna be very careful not to lose it or else I'm taking this round off again. Okay, there it is, little pin. Okay. Now what we got to do is pull this straight out. Let's see, we got to break this little seal. Okay, here we go. And here it comes. Okay, just like that. Now we just got to flip it over. Put it back into place. Press it in there all the way. And we just got to put our clip back in there. For us, not losing it would be a good thing. Okay, and there we go. It's locked back in. Now, just got to put everything back together. We're good to go. So, of course, cover, and then put that centerpiece and put everything back together. So I'm gonna do that real quick. Okay, put the plate back on. Got a good seal all around. Gonna just put our spacer on and our temperature. Then we're gonna reset this. So if you remember when I said that we left it on, right here, this is actually backwards currently. Let's flip it over. You see that current little notch right there? There's a second notch on that. The other side does not have that little notch right there. That needs to be facing upward. That is symbolizing on. So, yeah, I just gotta make sure that's up. Put everything back together. So last time, just a second ago, I showed you, hopefully you're still watching, because I showed you to do it a certain way. Well, when we turned it on, we had full bore water flowing in here, so that was backwards. We need to flip this over. That will be off. We need our handle to be off. Like that. And this will be off. So now this is going to be in the off position up here when the water's off. So the tab on the bottom, so don't flip the tab at all. Don't worry about it. Sure it's snug. Okay, now if you want easy to work on, you can flip it over if you want. And put that set screw back in. And we'll try this one. This should work. After one trial and error, you figure it out. I'm not a licensed plumber, FYI, so just trying to help people out. And I will post, just hold on 1 second, I'll show you if it works. Okay. So, when I told you before that the notch means it's on, when you invert that, the notch is actually upside down. You think the hot and cold are down here. The notch, if it's facing those, it's on. So now it's off. So make sure the notch is up when you do this, when you put it back together. And then make sure that your valve is set to off like this. And that will work. Yeah, trial and error, like I said. We will have this up and working soon, I hope. This should fix it. And we will have this actually working correctly.
Oh.
Before we put the handle on, I just wanted to try it. Like I said, you had to have the notch up when you flip it over and the hot and cold's on the bottom. At this point, you have to have the notch on the little spindle on the top. Now we put it back on like this in the off position. We will turn it on. And that is cold water. We will turn it to where that little set screw would be facing just like this. And we got hot water. So all I gotta do is put this back on and we're good to go.